Hey guys, it's Zaina. If I look a little annoyed, I am, because this is like my third time trying to record this video because I keep missing things and I keep going everywhere. So this is going to be my third time recording this video. If it doesn't work, I guess it's not meant to be. So today I'm going to tell you guys a story time about the worst Tinder date I've ever experienced in my life. So this day started like any other, you know. I downloaded Tinder. I'm not gonna lie, I was part of the Tinder gang for a second. Like, sue me. I mean, I feel like everybody has downloaded Tinder like once, maybe. So I'm on Tinder and I matched with this one guy, and we're gonna name him Doc. Doc was a doctor. He was actually like a surgeon. I think he was a cardiovascular surgeon or something like that. And I'm like, and then in his picture, he looks so handsome. I was like, ooh, like this might be, like he had suits on in his pictures. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like he's more mature, like everything's good. I think it said we were only like 3 years apart or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is like, sure. So me and Doc matched and we started talking, and he asked me out on a date. I'm over here like, yeah, duh. Like, duh, when do you want to go? So he asked me out on a date and I accepted, and he told me that we were gonna, I don't know if it was lunch or dinner. It was probably like a late lunch or closer to dinner time. So he was gonna pick me up and then we were gonna go to dinner. You know, like he's close, so I come outside and he pulls up. So he pulls up in this like sky blue, baby blue, brand new Porsche. So I'm like, oh, okay, like he really is a doctor. He wasn't lying about that. So I get in the car and I look over. I don't know if this is the person I matched with. So the occupation was correct. The pictures were deceiving. So I'm over here looking at him. So I'm like, he looks a little older in the face, but you know, I'm not really paying that much attention to it. And you know, some people look older, some people look younger. I know I look young for my age. So I'm like, okay. Then I look at his body. His body's all skinny, like his body was all skinny. But like the problem with it was his head was huge. So I guess he was smart since he was a doctor. So his head was huge, his body was skinny, and I'm like, he looks a little older. So then he turns to me to greet me, and he's like, hey, how are you doing? You ready to go eat? Whenever he opened his mouth, I realized one of his teeth was missing.
I can't do that shit, bro. On me, I don't need them that shit, bro. Get at me. CATFISH look better without him, bro. Stupid ass, boy.
Can't make this up. One of the teeth. I was like, I should have got out that dang car. I don't know why. I probably was hungry. I was like, okay, we already here. We was having good conversations before we even went on the date. So I'm like, okay, you know, let's go eat. So we go to this restaurant, and it's actually a restaurant that he's been to a lot of times and I actually haven't. So like the people know him and everything like that. So we go to the restaurant. It's like a valet service. So he pulls up, you know, the valet, and then we go inside. And I want to say it was an Italian restaurant. So we go inside, and you know, the waiter comes over. They see us right away. The waiter comes over and he asks like what kind of wine we want and everything like that. And Doc, he orders a certain wine. He tries out a couple, and then he picks the one that he thinks I would like the most. So the waiter comes back with like the wine glasses, and the way that they pour the wine at those kind of places is it's like they'll have the wine glass here. So like say this is the cup, and then this is like the wine. So this is the wine glass, and they have the wine in the bottle, and they'll like pour it, so they're not pouring it actually directly on the cup, they're like pouring it up, so it like makes like a cool little, it looks like a little wave going into the wine glass. So the waiter does mine, and then the waiter goes to do Doc's. Well, whenever the waiter went and did Doc's, he actually spilt it on Doc. Doc was one of those people that were like uppity. He kind of like, he started giving me the vibe that he thought he was better than other people, the way that he was like talking about certain things. Because he was telling me about his family, and his family apparently is something special in California somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember. This was years ago. So it was a big old issue. Mind you, this was so embarrassing because everyone's looking at me like, oh, can you calm him down? Because he's over here like kind of like degrading the guy. So I'm like over here like, okay, I did not like this at all. So then the manager comes over, smooths everything out. I think we end up getting a different waiter or something like that. And like, you know, then our food comes out. So like we ate or whatever. So we're eating, and then we're like having conversations. So one of the conversations we had, I was like, yeah, like, so since he was a surgeon, we were talking about that, and I'm like, yeah, for you being only like, I think his profile said like 25 or 26. I was like, you're very established, like that's very impressive, like when did you graduate college and everything like that? He's like, oh, I don't know why my profile says that. I'm really 36.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At the time, I think I was like 21. So I'm like, 36? Like, wait, so you over here lying about your age on Tinder? You lying about your age on Tinder. Do that on Match.com or something. Like, I'm over here like, that's why he looks so old. I was like, and I should have known that. I was like, I should have known medical school takes longer. I don't know. I was dumb. I wasn't thinking. Whatever. So we finished our meal, and then he asked me, he's like, yeah, like, would you be willing to go to this bar or whatever? It's just down the street. It's very beautiful. You've never been. I really want to show you. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of tired. I want to go home. He's like, no, I insist. It's just down the street or whatever. So I'm like, okay, like we can go. Like it seemed like you really want to take me. So I'm like, okay, we can go. So we go to the bar, and I think a game was playing. I think it was a basketball game. I'm pretty sure it was a basketball game playing. And then he started doing that uppity thing again. So I'm just like over here like why or whatever, like why are you like acting like that, you know? So I'm just over here just watching the game. Like you would think I was the biggest sports supporter, like I love this team, because I was just over here glued to the screen because my date was just acting crazy. I'm just like, at this point I'm like, okay, Doc, like I'm like, okay, so you ready? Like you ready? And he's like, okay, yeah, like I'll take you home now. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're like heading home, and I think it was a gas station, so he had to stop and go get gas. So whenever he stopped and got gas, I like got out the car, because if anyone knows me, like I'm kind of addicted to Slim Jims, so I really wanted a Slim Jim. So I go in to go get my Slim Jim or whatever, and I think he went in after me. I'm not sure exactly when he went in, but I don't think we walked in together. So I go in, and then I see two of my college friends. Why Doc pull up and like try to put his arm around me when I was, because these were male friends, and they were like in their basketball, our college basketball stuff. So I'm over here like, oh my gosh. Mind you, he was 36. I was like 21. So I'm over here like, these people gonna think I got a sugar daddy. I was over here so upset. Like, I was so upset. And I was just, and then they just kind of looked at me, and then they like looked at him. They're like, okay, bye Zaina, like have a good one. And I'm just over here like, oh my gosh. And then I finally got home, and then I was just, cause they sell them with no tooth. I was just like, I finally got home, and he tried to take me out again. I was like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out or whatever. Like I never talked to him again. I'm sorry. I know that sounds bad, like, cause he took me out and everything, but I just couldn't do it, guys. Like, I did not know he was 36 with missing tooth, with a big old head and a little body. Like, I'm sorry. Well, that was my terrible Tinder date that ended up, in my opinion, was a catfish. If you guys had any bad Tinder dates or any bad dates, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to see another story time for me, let me know what you'd like to see. Bye guys.